Welcome to Psychology Pub. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more great videos. Today, we're going to talk about the 10 dating red flags you should not ignore. New relationships can be exciting, exhilarating, and more. It can even feel as if you finally found someone you can feel comfortable with on dates. Dating can be a great time. However, there are some red flags you need to recognize. Paying attention to red flags is one of the most crucial parts of dating and creating a healthy relationship. What are red flags in a relationship? In a relationship, a red flag is a warning sign of behaviors or personality traits that are noticed in your partner. When you first start dating a person, it's easy to be caught up in the excitement that comes with your new relationship. However, all the excitement may cover the other person's negative behaviors. You may make excuses for these behaviors, or not even believe the other person could be capable of anything like that. During this golden time in a relationship, there's a tendency to think the other person can change too. The problem is that negative traits or behaviors that arise during dating may only become worse later in the relationship. Therefore, one crucial part of dating is to learn how to spot the red flags and avoid these problems with others in the future. 10 relationship red flags to watch for when dating. Listen on if you're unsure about what red flags to watch out for. We've put together a list of 10 dating red flags you should always pay attention to. 1. Lack of communication. Communication is the basis of all healthy relationships. If you have a partner who cannot communicate, this is a red flag for the future of your relationship with that person. You may find the other person doesn't want to talk about essential issues or talk about problems. Remember, communication goes both ways, never just one way. You and your partner should be able to speak about issues with one another easily. There should be no judgment, and the conversation should never leave you feeling confused or lost. If your partner doesn't communicate well, it can be harmful to you and the relationship. Poor communication can be a red flag. 2. Disrespecting boundaries. Boundaries are essential in any relationship, including in dating. Boundaries are the guidelines for how a person wishes to be treated. But why are they so important? Boundaries are there to make sure you feel comfortable when interacting in different ways or situations with the other person. When someone regularly crosses your boundaries, it usually means they have no respect for you or your feelings. Once boundaries have been crossed, you may begin to lose your sense of self. This can lead you to become lost in the relationship. How do you know when a boundary has been crossed? You usually feel an emotional trigger and some discomfort in your body, stomach churning, feeling flustered, and more. If you have a date that continuously crosses your boundaries, then it's time to move on. 3. Difficult to rely on. Having an unpredictable or unreliable partner is another major red flag when dating. When you start dating someone, there is a commitment to the relationship and the other person. If you have a partner you can't rely on, then the relationship will suffer. There are times when your partner may have other commitments that take precedence. For instance, some people are very committed to their work, buddies, sports, and more. If the person cannot make time for you, then there's not much hope of a committed relationship with them. 4. Controlling behavior. Another huge red flag in a dating relationship is controlling behavior. You may be having a wonderful time with your new partner. However, over time, they seem to be taking over your life. This can happen in several ways. Your partner may be jealous of you spending time with your family or friends. They may expect you to spend time with them and no one else. A partner may also demand access to your phone, checking to see who you've been in contact with. It's also possible they may want the passwords to your social media, financial, and other accounts. The reason is they want to see what you're doing, how much you're spending, and more. This type of behavior is not loving or acceptable. If you have a date who begins controlling you in any way, then it's time to leave the relationship. 5. Family and friends aren't happy. Sometimes when you're in the throes of a new relationship, it's easy to miss critical red flags. You're caught up in the relationships, not wanting to pay attention to something that may be bothering you. However, family and friends may be very aware of what's going on. They've seen the red flag. It can be challenging to listen to your family or friends say negative things about your love, but they may be seeing things you should be aware of. So, be sure to pay attention to what your friends and family are trying to tell you. Hear them out and then keep their concerns in mind as your relationship continues. 6. Talk badly about their exes. Does your partner tend to talk quite a bit about their past relationships? Do they constantly berate their exes? If so, this may be an indication of unresolved feelings and issues. Again, this is a red flag. Your partner needs to have recovered from their past relationships in a healthy relationship. If not, then they are not ready for a new relationship. Another problem is that the person may constantly blame their ex for their past relationship's failure. This is also not a sign of a healthy person. Most people would take the time to examine what went wrong, taking a good look at their behaviors that could have damaged the relationship. If not, this may mean they believe everything that goes bad is not their fault. And this is another major red flag to avoid being in a relationship with the person. 7. Mistreatment of others. You can learn a lot by a person by how they treat others. Their treatment of others may also be a very indication of how you'll be treated. The key here is that your partner should be kind, caring, and considerate of others. For instance, they should be courteous with waitstaff when you're out to eat. Your partner should also never dismiss others' feelings or thoughts. If your partner is regularly rude to others, this is a major red flag and an indication it's time to leave the relationship. 8. Core values don't align. Another important red flag to watch for is whether you and your partner's core values are aligned. When your essential core values don't match, you can count on trouble later in the relationship. 9. No compromise or apology. What happens if you and your partner have a disagreement? A healthy person will own up to their problem and offer an apology. Or, if you two are trying to work out something within the relationship, does your partner always demand their way? A healthy relationship will involve compromise and seeking a solution that works for both partners in this situation. If your partner doesn't apologize when they're wrong and won't compromise, this is a huge red flag. 10. Abusive behavior. Finally, if your partner shows any type of abusive behavior, this is a major red flag. Abusive behavior can include physical, verbal, and emotional abuse. No relationship should consist of any type of abusive behavior. If you feel like you're being abused, reach out for help as soon as possible. Thanks for watching Psychology Pub. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more great videos.